Can you hear me? Yes, good. Excellencies, colleagues and friends, it is a great pleasure for me to greet you all here today. Attention to the topic of this conference, gender diversity and leadership, is crucial if we want to build more sustainable, secure and inclusive economies, as well as societies in general. And I'm very pleased to see that we have so many distinguished and prominent speakers participating, and I think this bodes very well for a fruitful and interesting conference. And I'm especially glad that we have Monica Navickiene, Minister for Social Security and Labour, as well as Stina Billinger, State Secretary to the Swedish Minister for Business, Industry and Innovation with us today. I think that shows the commitment and the importance that the two governments give to this topic. Since 2014, Sweden has a feminist government as well as a feminist foreign policy, where we are integrating a gender dimension into all parts of our foreign policy, promoting women's rights as well as women's representation and leadership, as well as women's access to resources, which is critical if women are to compete on equal terms. According to UN Women, gender gaps cause an average income loss of 15% to OECD countries. And while there is overwhelming evidence that gender equality boosts economic growth, trade policy, to mention one area, is generally benefiting men more than women. With this in mind, the Swedish government has also launched a feminist trade policy, and this aims to step up efforts to ensure that trade policy and trade promotion activities benefit women and men equally. And here, of course, the business community plays a very important role. The COVID-19 crisis has revealed and has exacerbated already existing forms of discrimination and inequalities in society, and that includes women and girls, who are affected in a multitude of ways, also economically. Women have generally lower wages and pensions than men and are in a majority in the informal, less secure sectors of the labour market. In addition, women are more often than men outside social protection systems, but still bear most of the responsibility for domestic work and unpaid care work. As a result, this crisis has put the spotlight on the inherent structural precarity of women's roles in the labour market. Despite this, the COVID-19 crisis can also be an opportunity to prioritize women and girls in the economic recovery plans. Women have always been critical agents of post-crisis recovery, and investing in gender equality has the potential to stimulate the economy and reverse losses to global wealth. However, it requires that we adopt clear sets of policies and measures, setting targets, monitoring statistics, and work to develop business cultures that promotes core values of equality, diversity, and inclusion. I am therefore very happy to see today that many Swedish and Lithuanian companies are champions, actively working to increase diversity and gender balance on all levels. And before I end, I would like to direct a sincere warm thanks to the Swedish Chamber of Commerce for their commitment to and leadership on this important topic and for organizing this conference today. Thank you.